I have several new roles to share with you that are in health tech, ed tech, and fintech, and most of them do not require you to have a degree, and they range from $20 on the low end all the way up to six figures. So if that sounds interesting, please stick around. Thank you for joining me, and welcome back to Home Base Haven. If this is your first time, an extra special welcome to you for joining us. Let's go ahead and jump into today's video, but really quick, I do want to say please check out the description box if you haven't already and grab your free download for 15 remote job sites to help you find your dream remote job. And you'll also sign up for my email list where I'll send you leads early, or I'll send email exclusive leads. And I've been sharing also some of my favorite side hustles that I'm actively doing myself that are really easy and don't require you to exhaust yourself in any kind of way. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into today's video. First one is with the company Sprinter Health. This is a health tech company, as you can tell, and they're looking for a customer support specialist. They're based in the Pacific time zone, and this is a full-time role. And a little bit about them, it says at Sprinter Health, we're focused on dramatically expanding access to healthcare by reimagining the patient experience, delivered at home and powered by technology for scale. Sprinter Health is building the clinical and technological infrastructure to realize a future of healthcare untethered. Okay. Now they are hiring in multiple time zones, even though they are based in the Pacific time zone. So they list those time zones here where they're willing to hire from. And you're often the first voice of Sprinter Health in this role, so you can be someone who will deliver flawless and timely support to our customers across the U.S. And they give you a nice little breakdown here, just a day in the life of a customer support specialist. And I like when companies do this because it kind of helps to kind of give you a snapshot of what the flow of your day can look like and what you could expect going into the role. So that kind of gives you some talking points when you get to the interview portion, and also kind of gives you an idea like, is this something I really want to do? Do I want to be on the phone all day? Do I mind having a combination of phone and written format, communication and so on and so forth? So they give you that breakdown here, and they tell you the work hours are from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. in your time zone. So it does not have to be based where they are based in the Pacific time zone, okay? Now let's look at what they want you to have to, let's take a couple glances here at what the role will entail. You get the gist of customer support. So throughout the day, you're going to handle a high volume of inbound and outbound calls, texts, and emails related to patient interactions, clinical staff communications, and other inquiries. And you're going to ensure prompt and professional support as well. It says, as different customer situations arise, you will escalate questions and concerns to other teams for additional assistance, and you will handle additional responsibilities and projects as designated, which may include enhancements to processes and the facilitation of cross-training across various departments. You're going to help train probably new hires as you become more comfortable in your role, maybe help update their processes and procedures to kind of fine-tune the workflow, things like that. What they want you to have to apply is at least 2 years of high volume or fast-paced patient, participant, or customer service experience in the healthcare industry, proficiency using electronic health records. So if you've worked in medical records before, if you worked EMRs, EHR, whichever you want to call it, if you've even dabbled a little bit, even if the majority of your role wasn't working with records, you want to make sure you mention that. Of course, strong communication skills across the board, excellent organizational skills, attention to detail, be able to adapt to changing priorities, a commitment to maintaining patient confidentiality. Of course, that's of utmost importance in any role in healthcare. Experience coordinating tasks with national labs such as Quest or LabCorp, such as requisition review, issue investigation, result tracking, etc. is preferred because that is so specific. Even most people in healthcare may not have directly, if they haven't worked in a very clinical role, contacted these companies. If you happen to have had that experience, just make sure you mention it, but it is not required. If you're bilingual with Spanish and English, that is a plus. And if you have experience using Zendesk, that's also a plus as well. So remember, pluses do not equal requirements. They are nice to haves and can help you stand out that much more. And they say that you will thrive at Sprinter Health if you are flexible, humble, have a sense of humor, excel at last-minute problem solving and out-of-the-box thinking, if you're highly organized and process-oriented, communicate effectively when speaking and writing, know how to prioritize tasks, have experience working in an on-demand service or healthcare environment, enjoy working in a fast-paced, high-pressure environment, and have a calm and understanding demeanor and the ability to empathize with customers' frustrations and needs. And they let you know what's in their benefits package. You get your healthcare coverage, PTO, paid holidays, 401k match, 16-week parental leave policy for birthing parent, and 8 weeks for a partner, 100% paid. That is hard to find. So if you are an expecting parent, or you might be at some point while working for this company, this is a great benefit to be aware of. HSA contributions, life insurance, and annual learning stipend, so they can help you advance your skills for your career. And the pay for this is $21 to $22 per hour. Okay, so again, that is with the company Sprinter Health, and the role is customer support specialist. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. This is a fintech company. I have shared them before on the channel. This is Beyond Finance. They're looking for a customer service rep, so you get the idea of customer support. And a little bit about the company. At Beyond Finance, we've made it our mission to help everyday Americans escape the endless cycle of crippling debt and step into a higher financial future through compassionate, individualized care, a culture focused on compliance and ethics, supportive user-centric technology, and customized financial solutions. We've helped over 700,000 clients on their path to a brighter future. So they work with their clients to help boost their financial health, essentially. So of course, you're going to be the primary point of contact for clients and help them along their way. And they give you more in-depth breakdown here of what you'll be doing in this role. So let's look at a couple here. You must have, of course, excellent verbal and written communication skills. You're going to be providing a helpful and caring customer service experience over high volume inbound and outbound client phone calls. You're going to operate, navigate, and troubleshoot a desktop computer to obtain and abstract information. You're going to be doing some research as well. Continuously learn, interpret, and utilize the company and industry knowledge, practices, and procedures to deliver accurate and up-to-date solutions. You're going to meet and exceed client-centric performance. So you get the idea. What they're looking for you to have is a minimum of 1 year of call center experience is required. High volume is preferred, and they don't specify an industry, and most of these don't. They just want you to kind of have that hands-on experience. If you're, again, bilingual with Spanish and English, that is preferred but not a requirement. You must have reliable high-speed internet, strong computer technical skills. You operate with understanding, active listening, patience, empathy, and kindness to customers. Strong interpersonal skills. Must have a people-focused approach and solution mindset. Great time management, and the ability to work from home in a distraction-free environment. Okay, so take all of that into consideration, and the pay is $19 to $20 per hour. And again, that is with the company Beyond Finance. Let's jump into the next position. I've shared this one before. This is an edtech company. They are called Brightwheel, and they are a they're looking for a customer support advocate. This is a temporary role, tongue twister, remote anywhere within the U.S. So preschools, daycares, and schools, they use the Brightwheel platform to kind of help organize their workflow and like paperwork with parents, like in terms of registration, maybe any child-specific medical information, schedules, things like that. And it also can help them on the back end and the business side, as far as payments for their child care and so on and so forth. So that's a little bit about what Brightwheel offers to their clients, which would be the educators, right? So it says, our team is compassionate, talented, and customer focused. We embody our leadership principles in our work and culture. We're a fully remote team. That's a nice plus, with employees across every time zone in the U.S. Our exceptional investor group includes Addition, Bessemer, Emerson Collective, and they go on from there. So what they're looking for you to have, well, first, what they'll have you do is handle a high volume of support tickets through email, chat, and tagging, focusing on common and straightforward customer needs. Notice they didn't mention any phone communication here. So If there is, it's probably going to be very little phone use, but you're largely just going to be communicating through written format. So that is a plus. If you don't like being on the phone all day, you're going to identify and apply the appropriate saved replies, customizing them as needed to ensure accurate, helpful, and personalized responses. Of course, you're going to maintain response time and quality metrics while working efficiently and independently, deliver empathetic and helpful communication, work fully remotely while collaborating with teammates, and you get the idea. Qualifications and skills. Well, let's look at the pay right quick. $22.12 per hour for, remember, non-phone, home-based. This is a fully remote role. It's in the tech industry. It's a great way to get your foot in the door in tech, especially if you have education background. So let's look at what else they want you to have. Is at least 1 year of customer service experience. That is required. You must be comfortable and confident supporting customer inquiries by chat, email, and phone. So they mentioned phone here, but then in the main description they didn't. So phone is probably not that much, just a little bit here and there. Exceptional written skills. You must be highly organized, have great time management, a passion for improving the world through education, comfort with a fast-paced environment. Of course, experience in schools and education is a plus. You must have experience providing live support to customers, which is preferred. So essentially just any customer or client-based support role. No industry specific is actually required. And hands-on experience with Zendesk, Salesforce, or any other customer relationship management tools is preferred. So anything where you've essentially been documenting your interaction with the clients. And you must be available to work for a 3-month contract. Remember, this is a temporary role with a reliable schedule adherence. So keep that in mind. So if you're looking to maybe try something new, if you've never worked in this field, or maybe you have and you just kind of need something in the interim, and who knows, maybe there's a possibility to become a full-time employee with them. Sometimes they just kind of test you out to see how you adapt to the work and the company culture. And if you're a great fit, they probably have a more full-time need. So you never know. Again, that company is Bright Wheel. And let's look at the next role. This is a company called Guarantors. This is a fintech company, and the department for this role is customer success and in underwriting, and they're looking for an operations associate. It says the Guarantors is a cutting-edge fintech company setting the standard in rent coverage with unrivaled insurance products. We're looking for a data-driven, process-obsessed operations associate to join our underwriting operations team. This role is central to streamlining operational workflows, surfacing actionable insights through analytics. So if you've worked in like data analysis and process improvement or workflows, things like that, this could be a great role for you, especially if you've worked with AI or are comfortable using AI. They're looking for that as well. So your key responsibilities will be AI and technology integration, of course, operational efficiency and process design, data analytics, like I mentioned, and reporting, cross-functional collaboration, compliance and risk management, and continuous improvement. So if any of that stands out in your background, pay attention to this role and check it out. This one does require you to have a degree. As you can tell, there's a lot more of a technical experience required here. So they are looking for, not that it's required to have a degree for that, but they are looking for a bachelor's degree in business, operations, analytics, or a related field. So tech, AI, data analysis, process improvement, anything like that is something that your degree is related to or is part of your education experience. Make sure you include that on your resume. Experience is 2 years of experience in operations, data analysis, or process improvement roles. Experience with workflow automation, business intelligence tools, or AI implementation is a plus, not required. So there's not a long list of requirements per se, that they do need you to have some sort of technical experience. Proficiency in Excel, SQL, and data visualization or CRM tools, and they give some examples. And Excel, that you can learn on your own. You can honestly just find YouTube videos on any of these and at least be familiar with it and maybe download it and try some trial versions and play around with it so you can at least speak to the foundation of it, because honestly they will have to train you anyway and how they want you to utilize these tools and in what capacity. So if you can at least speak to it and you meet the other requirements, you can give yourself, a strong footing going into an interview. Have strong analytical and problem solving skills, ability to manage multiple priorities in a fast paced environment, strong project management and cross functional collaboration skills. And they want you to be, of course, detail oriented, of course, self starter, strong organizational skills, and enthusiastic about leveraging technology to solve complex problems at scale. And the benefits are opportunities to make an impact in a fast growing company. You get, your PTO benefits, your healthcare benefits, paid parental leave, flexible working hours. So a lot of benefits, standard package. And the pay is a shining star here, $85,000 to $100,000 per year. And this is a fully remote role. So if you have any kind, like again, data analysis, process improvement, or even if that wasn't in your title, but it was a significant portion of whatever role you may have had, maybe you were in some sort of leadership role or something like that, sometimes you have to get a little creative in how you showcase, your skill set, because you have a potential to earn, a six-figure salary, utilizing what you already know. So take that into consideration. If any of these roles, benefited, you in your job search or sound good to you, something you want to apply to, or someone please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and spread the wealth. Somebody could benefit from one of these positions, so please share it with someone. Thank you again for tuning in. If you need a tool to help you with your resume, your job search, or creating a cover letter, check out earnbetter.com. It's a free AI tool that I think is great to use. Just, of course, always make sure you double check what the AI gives you, because sometimes it may not sound like you, so you can just easily edit. That's what I like about this platform too. They make it really easy to go in and edit things, but they give you such a strong foundation, you don't have to do too much work. Okay, and then again, if you haven't, make sure you grab your free download in the description box below to help you with your job search. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again soon.